Hey guys, this is Warren with KLGadgetTV, and today we are checking out something really cool inside the car, and this is the Kyebriq Android Box. Yes guys, this is a really small Android box that's made for your car, and it measures pretty much around the same as your credit card, as you can see right over here, and it's really slim as well, so that it doesn't take up a lot of space when you leave it inside your car. So the Kyebriq Android Box is a product from Singapore actually, so they sent me this like a week earlier, and I've been testing this out, and here are my thoughts about it.
We've added a whole lot of things to Good Deals by KLGG, such as bags, smart locks, audio gear, and more. Shop now and check out with Atomi, and IOU pay 0% installment from 50 ringgit and get 10 ringgit off your first purchase with minimum 100 ringgit spent. Visit Good Deals by KLGG in the link below.
Now before I get to the software, let's talk a little bit about the hardware here. So as you can see right on the top here, you're getting this really nice carbon fiber texture that feels really premium, and right at the bottom you also get this really nice spin effect wheel that doesn't really do any function, but it's just for aesthetic purposes. Now of course you also get some cooling vents right around here for cooling purposes, because what it packs right under the hood is really some powerful specs. Now under the hood, this Kyebriq Android Box is powered by a Snapdragon 450 SoC with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. Of course, you can expand storage if you want to store extra stuff with a micro SD card slot that's right over here, and below the SD card slot is a micro SIM slot, because this thing supports 4G connection. Yup, it's basically a smartphone in a small box form factor, but unfortunately this thing does not support phone calls on its own, so if you are thinking to get a SIM card with voice service, it will not work on this device. Now you get a USB-C port right at the back here, because this is what you're going to use to connect over to your head unit. It supports USB-C, which is really good, and I like the fact that Kyebriq also includes a really nice braided cable together with the box, which is right over here. It also provides a USB-C to C cable if you're actually looking for that, if that's what your car supports. But yep, this is how the cable looks like. Really nice braided cable that wouldn't break easily. The Kyebriq Android Box will support most car head units with the Apple CarPlay protocol. So I'm personally driving a Hyundai Tucson 2019 with this 7-inch head unit that supports both CarPlay and Android Auto. So to connect to this Android Box is pretty simple. Just connect a USB cable over to the USB port over here and the USB-C connector over to the Android Box, just like this. No external power required. Alright, so you're gonna wait for a bit because it's going to take some time to power up. So what I'm really impressed is that it merely requires very little amount of power to power this powerful Android box, because this USB port here only supplies 10 watts of power. Alright, so then wait for a bit and the Apple CarPlay logo appears and you jump right into the Android box just like this. This is basically Android out of the box. So the Kyebriq Android box comes preloaded with Android 9.0, which is kind of okay considering that you are just going to use this for playing movies and to run Google Maps and so on. That's still a pretty recent operating system, so you don't really need Android 10 or 11 running on it. But I do hope, of course, Kyebriq will provide a major OS upgrade to that later if they could. Alright, now as you can see, the UI is very Apple CarPlay inspired. So you get a 4x2 icon layout, and you get a recent apps pane on the left here, including the Signal, the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth icon, and you get this all application buttons that shows you all the apps that you have installed onto the Android box. Now scrolling is actually pretty smooth, as you can see right over here. Now of course it does depend on the touchscreen of your head unit, because if your head unit isn't a sensitive one, of course you will encounter lags and so on, but so far on my head unit it actually works pretty fine. Now Kyebriq does provide a Bluetooth remote control, an optional one that you have to purchase if your head unit doesn't support the touchscreen function, but for this one, I can simply just touch and swipe, and it's pretty smooth, as you can see right over here, all thanks to that Snapdragon 450 SoC. Alright, so you actually get access to Google Play Store, which is actually the full version here. This device is not GMS certified, so you're not going to get access to those security apps like banking apps and so on. Those probably will not work on this device, and I doubt you would actually want to install your banking app on this Android box, because you know, you are not going to want your passengers to see all your banking details. But you know, all these apps are available here for you to download, and I think that's the plus point here. You can basically access most of your phone apps on this box without actually touching your phone. Now, I do want to show a couple of stuff here. Now, first of all, it would be the navigation method. Now, this thing unfortunately doesn't have the Android soft key that we are familiar with. It doesn't have the gestures as well, which I hope Kyebriq will probably provide a software update to enable that, so that I can actually swipe to the left to go back, or to swipe from the bottom to go to the home screen. But instead, you get this round ball button over here that, you know, it's kind of hard to press if you want to control it while driving. So I would really suggest that you guys actually stop the car and only try to control this Android box. So you get this round button here that disappears after a while, and in order to have it better, you simply just have to touch an empty corner on the screen, and here's the white ball over here that you can do voice assistant, split screen, and go to your recent apps, home screen, and go back to the car interface, or go back. So personally, I think this is something that Kyebriq could have improved in terms of the user experience by introducing gestures. It's way more straightforward in that way. Alright, so you do get access to YouTube. So I already have YouTube inside here. I'm just going to play a video to show you guys that it works. So I already have my 4G SIM card right inside here. I'm going to play some videos. I'm going to play a video from Dave 2D, for instance.
Here I did a tier list on laptops, and it was pretty well received. I mean, most people
Right,
enjoyed it,
as you can see, the sound quality is actually really impressive. I mean, from an Android box like this, and it goes through your car's head unit sound processing system. It doesn't really depend on its own sound processing system, but it goes through your car. This is what I'm actually pretty impressed, because you can actually use your amplifier to drive up the sound if you actually want to. Now, it also comes preloaded with Netflix, even though this is not the most recent version of Netflix, but it works, because if you happen to install the more recent version of Netflix, you got to get Widevine certified, and it wouldn't play HD quality video. So for this one, you're already getting HD quality out of the box when you play it. It doesn't show right over here, but if you happen to play a video, it is actually in HD. So if you happen to have a high resolution widescreen head unit like you do in your BMWs, Porsche, or Mercedes, you are probably going to get a really good quality visual from this. Alright, so this is Netflix. It works in HD. It's pretty great. So I would recommend not to update the Netflix app if you can avoid it. Now, you might be wondering, since you already have the Kyebriq Android box connected to your head unit, you kind of lose your phone functionality, right? But fortunately, there is a solution for that, and that is the BT Phone app right over here. So it works just like this name. So you pretty much connect your smartphone over to the Kyebriq Android box over Bluetooth through this app, and you can answer your phone calls just like you do on your phone as you are connected to your head unit. But this also enables one extra feature, which is wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Let me show you guys how. This is actually pretty impressive. So once you're connected over Bluetooth on your Android phone or iPhone, all you need to do is to launch this Z-Link 5 app. Alright, so just wait for a bit. So what it does is that it would detect the phone that you're connected to, and it would create a hotspot over to your phone, and boom, there you go. I currently have an Android phone connected, so this is wireless Android Auto right now. So the performance is actually pretty good. As you can see, it's quite smooth. Of course, it is not as smooth as you do when you connect an Android phone directly into your car's USB port, but I would say that it is very, very serviceable. Look at this. If you go over to Google Maps, you can actually scroll through the maps pretty smoothly. I have to say, this is actually very, very impressive, and it's one way that you can enable wireless Android Auto and CarPlay on your car. So there you have it. This is how the Kyebriq Android box can be so helpful inside your car if you happen to have passengers all the time and you want to entertain them, to watch movies on this. But of course, always stay safe on the road and concentrate on driving, because this is really just a convenient tool for your car if you happen to want to expand some of the features of your car's head unit. And the best thing is that you do not need to do any modifications to your car's head unit, because it uses the Apple CarPlay protocol. So no need to do anything on that will void your car's warranty. So this thing will retail at 1,100 ringgit, and you can get it over at our store at Good Deals by KLGG. The link is down below, so click on it and you'll be able to purchase it from our store. So that's pretty much about my thoughts and review on the Kyebriq Android box. Do let me know any questions or comments in the comment section down below, and be sure to follow us on social media and stay tuned for more videos coming right up on the channel. I will see you guys in our next video.